Na mula ng hagupitin ng super bagyong
Ayon sa pag-asa,
sa layo na lamang 384 kilometers.
Yolanda, also known as its international name, Haiyan, a Category 5 super typhoon, recognized to be the strongest tropical cyclone to ever recorded.
This is what the
On November 7, 2013, a day before Yolanda made a landfall, the Philippines was already on high warning alert. Cities like Capiz, Aklan, and Northern Antique was the first to be alerted as signal number 4. In the days before Yolanda, families braced, evacuations are filled, and the air was thick in fear. According to the Global Disaster Alert and Coordination System, that up to 14.2 million individuals will be affected by the super typhoon. And then, Yolanda set foot on land. On November 8, 2013, Yolanda made its landfall on Guinan on the island of Samar at 4:40 a.m. Yolanda had a maximum sustained winds of 195 miles or 314 kilometers per hour, the highest wind speed to be ever recorded at landfall. When the storm made its landfall, it was like nothing that anyone have ever witnessed before. Winds ripping homes apart, rivers overflowing, and entire communities swallowed by the raging super typhoon. Nothing is safe in its wrath. Scenes of devastation filled the land, families torn apart, communities reduced to silence. In the wake of this unimaginable tragedy, Super Typhoon Yolanda left a profound mark. By the numbers, the storm claimed 6,300 lives and 1,062 are still missing. Over 28,600 were injured, and more than 1.1 million homes were destroyed. The economic cost was staggering 132.4 billion pesos in damage and losses. But disasters leave more than just ruins. It leaves stories etched in the lives of those who survived.
Magandang araw din. Ako po si Marvin Cordejo. Yung tumama yung Yolanda sa probinsya, nasa probinsya pa ako. Nandun ako sa bahay ng mama ko. Kasama ko yung mama ko, kapatid ko, ate ko, at lola ko. 14 years old. Sobrang hirap na nangyari yung Yolanda. Kasi tumama sa probinsya. Ay, bagong dumating yung bagong Yolanda, may nanon ako sa TV, napapanood ako sa TV na akala namin hindi ganun kalakas yung bagong Yolanda. Kasi may dumating na ibang bagyo, hindi naman gano'ng kalakas, pero malakas pa rin yung Yolanda na yun. Meron nagsabi na mag-evacuate na. Yung punong barangay namin nagsabi na mag-evacuate na kasi parang yung darating na bagong Yolanda ay malakas. Yung prepare naman na ginawa namin, nag-prepare lang kami ng flashlight, kandila, pagkain. Kasi para sa pamilya, at yung nang kailangan na dalhin. Naranasan namin sa yung kasagsagan ng Bagyong Yolanda. Naku, nakakatakot. Ang lakas ng hangin, ang lakas ng ulan. Yung bubong namin parang matutuklak sa sobrang lakas ng Bagyong Yolanda na yun. Yun lang po.
Sir, ano po yung naramdaman sa gabing dumating po ang Bagyong Yolanda?
Grabe. Takot na takot kami. Akala namin di na kami makakalit. Yun, naranasan namin na dumating yung lantang yan. Nakakatakot. Akala namin di na kami makakaligtas. Kasi sobrang lakas ng hangin at saka ulan na. Yung pagkatapos ng bagyo, yung nakita ko sa mga paligid ng sa probinsya. Naku, ang daming natumbang puno, ang daming nasirang bahay, saka daming yung mga bato nagsiakyatan sa kalsada. Yun lang yung malala doon, yung mga nasirang bahay. Nasira, tuklap yung bubong namin. Sirado yung bangka namin sa sobrang lakas ng hangin. Maraming hindi lang yung bahay namin, ibang bahay din. Ganun din ang nangyari, nasira din. Marami ko kilala. Pero sa awa ng Diyos, yung pamilya ko, wala namang may nangyari. May nasugatan, namatay.
Anong sasabi ng kakilala?
Maraming kakilala na. Kasi hindi naman totally na yung bagyo yun, hindi naman totally tumama talaga sa probinsya. Talagang doon talaga sa Tacloban yung pinakamalakas na bagyo. Tumama yung Yolanda. Kaya doon ang pinakamaraming namatay. Hindi naman kakilala ko. Hindi ko alam kung may pamilya ba silang namatay. Pero parang meron kasi, ang dami kasi namatay nun eh. Sawa naman ng Diyos sa probinsya namin. Wala naman pati pamilya, wala naman namatay. Lagi tayong maging handa. Makinig sa balita para alam natin kung yung bagyong darating ay malakas. Unang gagawin ko, mag-evacuate agad. Maging alerto lagi. Kasi di natin alam kung malakas na bagyo pa yung ibang darating na bagyo. Yung may papaalala ko lang, mas pinakamahalaga yung pakikipagkaisa. Kasi sa amin sa probinsya namin, pag magkakaisa kami, kagaya na lang ng mga bangka. Kasi di tayo magkaisa. Kasi yung mga bangka sa probinsya inaakyat sa taas para hindi masira o kaya mawala. Yun lang po.
From loss came a long journey of rebuilding. In the aftermath of Super Typhoon Yolanda, recovery did not happen overnight. It unfolded in phases, each one step towards healing. In the first 6 months, emergency relief operations were established. Food, shelter, and immediate aid reached affected communities. Within weeks, basic services slowly returned in accessible areas. And over the next 1 to 3 years, early recovery efforts restored infrastructure and provided traditional housing for the displaced families. And in the years that followed, full reconstruction took shape. Permanent housing, stronger communities, and long-term development were achieved within 5 to 10 years, and most recovery targets completed by 2022. And yet, for some remote and heavily affected areas, the journey of rebuilding continues even today. The Philippine government responded through multiple phases, from immediate relief and long-term rehabilitation. In the early days, agencies like Department of Social Welfare and Development provided food packs, medical supplies, and emergency cash assistance. As recovery progressed, programs such as Yolanda Permanent Housing Initiative and Cash for Work projects helped families rebuild their lives. Over 361 billion pesos was allocated to support recovery efforts, covering shelter, infrastructure, agriculture, and social services. These efforts were carried out in partnership with the international organization and non-government groups. But recovery was not carried by the government alone. Volunteers become the backbone of hope. From local communities to international groups, thousands came together, packing relief goods, reaching remote areas, and helping rebuild what was lost. Through initiatives like the Biryani Challenge, over 1.7 million volunteers helped build homes and restore neighborhoods. Medical teams healed the wounded, while psychological volunteers helped survivors recover from the trauma of the tragedy. In rebuilding, a new principle emerged: build back better. Stronger homes were constructed using the reinforced materials and elevated designs. Schools and community centers were redesigned to serve as evacuation centers. In this process, nature too became the part of the solution. Mangrove forests were restored and coastal defenses were strengthened to reduce future risks. Communities were trained to rebuild using safer construction methods, empowering people to protect themselves. From tragedy came transformation. The country strengthened its disaster preparedness to ensure that such devastation would never happen again. Early warning systems were improved, mobile alerts, hazard maps, and real-time monitoring tools. Disaster risk reduction became a national priority, with local governments required to prepare, train, and respond. Evacuation drills and safety education became part of everyday life. In school activities, the programs like Project Noah help monitor disasters in real time, providing critical information when it matters most. Yolanda was more than just a disaster. It was the turning point. It revealed not only the power of nature, but the strength of a nation. From ruins rose resilience. And from the lessons of the past comes the future that is stronger, wiser, and prepared.